What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Aaron here. It is Tuesday the 6th of May, and guess what we're talking about today? That's right, we're talking all things DeFi and AI agents, guys. Once again,
good.
Is it heating up on crypto Twitter, guys? It is heating up right now. There's a lot of mudslinging happening on Twitter because of everyone is going crazy for them virgin points, guys. Everyone's going crazy for those virgin points because a few degens have found how to game the system, and some people didn't like that. But you know what I say? I say hate the player, hate the game. Fair play. If you find a way to figure out how to manipulate and get more points and make more money, I tilt my hat because that's fair enough. At the end of the day, that's life. That's actually the same in any sport, right? In Formula One, in football, it's there to be taken advantage of until the authorities fix it. And I would say it's smart rather than disingenuous. We'll jump into that in a moment, guys. Let's get into the markets and see what's going on today. There is a fair amount of profit taking, guys. A lot of sells across the board. As you can see, Virtual's protocol here is down by 5%. You know, these are the days when you can start to allocate a little bit. You know, we don't want to be allocating our funds when there's just huge green candles all over the place. All right, guys, like it just doesn't feel good buying into a green candle, especially not if it's like a double-digit green candle, and especially not, as one of my favorite old YouTubers used to say, all-time high, do not buy. Okay?
You're on fire today.
Remember that. It's very easy. All-time high, do not buy. But in general, as we can see here, Virtuals is down 5%. AI16Z is slightly up today, and that's okay. Not really much movement, to be honest with you. Obviously, Auto.Fun is running along there. They've got a lot of important announcements coming up with Eliza V2. Going further down here, guys, AIXPT is down 7.6% today, but still up 15.6% this week. So still doing pretty well in the grand scheme of things, guys. Going further down, the similar story with Ava AI and HoloWorld, down 7.5% today, but up 35.4% still this week. And they've got a lot of news announcements coming up. Have HoloWorld with their new version of their Launchpad, OpenMCP, and many other things that they are building, guys. But going further down here now, you can see the red. We can see Treasure here down 5.8% today and 23.4% this week. They are working on some cool stuff with some AI agent, gaming agents specifically. And that's going to be quite interesting to see how they do. Going further down here, Spectral, there's a little bit of a reversal here, up 12.8% today. They were down yesterday, guys. Don't forget, Spectral are building the Lux framework and the autonomous AI hedge fund. But in general, wow, look at that. Game is still at 40 million market cap, even despite it's down 34% this week. But 40 million market cap, guys, we were talking about Game when it was like close to 10 million market cap, is still 4x up despite the 34% decrease. Great to see, guys. I hope you did follow that call. Vader AI as well, down 9% today. Still, again, 31 million market cap, still double, more than double where it was just a few weeks ago. So again, you know, it's definitely not a bad idea to be allocating in these kind of days, these red days, guys. And don't forget, holding Vader gets you 5% of all the daily version points, obviously split between the Vader stakers. It's not just holding Vader, right? You have to stake the Vader, don't forget that. For the Genesis Launchpad, it does look like just holding, whether it's Vader, Virtuals, whatever it is the least possible, is the least best way to get points, okay? By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm talking about the Virtuals Protocol Launchpad, Genesis Launchpad that everyone is talking about nonstop now, and it's difficult to think about anything else because literally just a couple of days ago, was it BIOS did 150x, and there's a very hype launch happening, almost like I think around right now, the RWAI AI project, which has been very hyped. I think it's like 1,000% oversubscribed, guys. So we'll check in on that shortly to see how it did, if you stick with me on the channel, guys. We're going further down here. Any major movers and shakers, not particularly here, guys. Let's head over to the DeFi coins, see what's going on in DeFi today. As you see, the whole market cap in general is down around 1.1%. There are a few outliers here. In general, so 85% or so of the projects are down today, guys. Like Grafane is down double digits on the daily, 10.4% down today, and continues its downward trend here. And then going further down here, there's also Talbot that's down at 9% or so. It was performing very well last week, guys, but has now started to correct, which is not surprising on these kind of smaller cap tokens here, guys. Any other major movers and shakers that we should talk about? Edwin down 13.6% today. We did speak about them very lightly yesterday. 37% down this week. It doesn't look very healthy, that chart, guys. It's just continuous. It looks like a ski slope. Looks like Whistler. If you know, you know. Going further down, guys, as we can see here, we have Listen also down 20% and 7% this week. Not a fantastic look to see, to be honest with you, from the Listen team. And look, in general, guys, not a huge amount going on. I mean, we're literally in the $1 million market caps here, so let's not get too down into the weeds. On days like today, it might be a good idea to pick up some tokens, especially tokens that contribute to Genesis points, because Genesis points is the new gold. Basically, it's the new gold. And guys, from what I've seen, Well, let's actually head over to the Virtuals Genesis Launchpad, guys. All right, so look, guys, we are on the Virtuals Genesis Launchpad, and as you can see, in 9 minutes' time, we have this RWAI project, 1,000% oversubscribed, 2,552 participants. If you are getting into really hype launches, I mean, look at this, 447,000 into 42,000, then you're going to, obviously, the amount of points you need to contribute is going to be higher, which means that, obviously, the ROI on your points is going to be lower because you're going to need a higher amount of points to get the allocation. So it's not always the best idea to get into the most hyped projects, guys, okay? Because you might want to save your Virgin points capital for a lesser hyped launch, which is still oversubscribed, but not by 1,000%, and allow you to get still the 0.5% allocation of the supply, but with a much lower amount of points. And there's a couple others here that are quite hyped as well, and this one especially, XAR, because Axelrod is the flagship agent of AIXVC, your AI native hedge fund manager. AIXVC is a very highly rated project, guys, especially in the Virtuals ecosystem, and that AXR is actually probably going to be the most hyped launch on Genesis so far. Okay, guys, so they have the tokenomics, they have the team details, which at the moment is just the AIVC 0x, and they have more information about the project. But yeah, in general, guys, this is going to be a big one. What I can say from my experience so far, yapping actually gives you a lot of points, way more points than holding. I mean, holding Virtuals, Invader, and those kind of blue chip in this ecosystem is always a good idea anyway, because you can capture the upside for those projects. But if you just want to make those sweet Virgin points, then yapping seems to be the way forward, guys. Yapping, and then obviously like basically trading these agents. So if you're sat on a lot of capital, that could be USDT, that could be anything, that could be Bitcoin, that could be Solana, whatever you're sat on. Let's say you're kind of OG bag. Like, it would make sense to just maybe sell some on a day like today, put it into some AI agents, do some heavy volume, see how many points you get for that heavy volume, and if you really want, just buy back in the following day. I don't think anyone's expecting God tier on Bitcoin, or especially on Ethereum right now.
Can't argue with that.
So that's something that I'm going to experiment on, guys. So heading back over to the Virgin points, guys, as you can see, on the 15th of May, the first points will start expiring, okay? So if you don't use them, you'll lose them. Make sure you do use them by the 15th of May, guys, otherwise it's a waste. As you can see, I've only got a very small amount of points that is expiring back then. And something else that I've just done today is I've just bought $100 of all these staked agent tokens. Now, I'm not expecting them to give me much, but I'm just doing it to tell you guys exactly what you would get if you did the same thing.
Our savior.
Okay, so $100 of Savvy, $100 of Ada, $100 of Seraph, etc., etc. Now, holding tokens in general, probably not the best way to make these Virgin points, but I want to do that experiment, and we'll share them on the channel, guys, and probably on Twitter as well. So yeah, look, if we head over to Virtuals, this was the update. So now, actually, in the Diamond Hand bonus that we spoke about yesterday, it's every 24 hours you get bonus points unlocked. So it's not just like one off, oh, here you go, here's your Diamond Hand bonus. It's every 24 hours that you stay strong. And you have to claim them manually, and the longer you hodl, the more you earn. Okay, so it is very tempting to keep hold of projects that you have pure conviction plays. Okay, guys, so here is the tweet that got everyone very flustered in the Virtuals ecosystem. It was by H2 Masher here, which basically exposed Degen Ape for basically what he was doing to game the point system. So what it was Degen Ape here was basically setting up new wallets every single time and converting all of the AI agent tokens into the new wallet, and then getting the multiplier effect by setting up a new wallet whilst cheating, so selling the full allocation of the previous AI agent in the original wallet. So by doing so, of course, the wallet that would get the cooldown or slash would actually happen in a wallet that would no longer be needed anyway, and therefore, as all the new tokens, the AI agent tokens he originally had been put into a new wallet and then purchased some new AI agents, then that meant that wallet had the multiplier effect and therefore was not slashed, which allowed Degen 8 trader to actually make a killing, basically. So you can see here it's actually written down about how he was buying 2,000 virtuals worth of trust and 2,000 virtuals worth of bios, then withdrawing all the tokens to new wallets, then participating into a Genesis launch, this one rough, with the full 500 virtuals with 223,000 points, and then insta-sold the claim for 4,689 virtuals, and then moved on to another wallet and another wallet. So this was a bit like, kind of, I guess, just basically setting up new wallets, cheating bags, moving across AI agents to get more points. Like I said earlier in the video, guys, I don't think personally Degen Ape did anything wrong. He just found a loophole and exploited it, and I think anyone else would have done the same if they had that level of wealth and knowledge of how to do this. Now, of course, since this actually happened, guys, Ethermage, obviously the main contributor of Virtuals, co-founder, has said that Virtuals, to be fair to them, again, they've been very, very quick, saying that they've heard the opinions on the current points mechanisms and how people are gaming it, and they are fixing it as they speak. And they've given here some raw thoughts about how it could get fixed, guys. And this is still being discussed right now, so we won't actually go through them. And there's been some points here. So, for example, it says no longer incentivize holding of agent tokens, only the trading of them. But then Crypto Premium Tologlu here basically said, but removing rewards for holding tokens isn't fair to early Virtuals OGs. And then Ethermage said, I hear you, considering alternatives. So I won't go through this because they're still figuring this out. Okay, guys, Virtuals are still figuring out, but really, really good about the Virtuals team is this went pretty viral on X overnight last night, and then within hours, the Virtuals team and obviously like the co-founder Ethan Mage and Jensen actually got back to people and told them that they're fixing it immediately. So that's really, really quality stuff for a project of that size. Congratulations to Virtuals for getting on it and listening to their community. That's fantastic to see, guys. And look, if anyone else figures out how to game the next Virgin Points, look, guys, I don't think anyone's going to be turning that away. So fair play to DJ Nape. That was the story. That was the reason why people were going mad overnight. But like these people are going crazy for Virgin Points right now, guys. And we need to take full advantage of this because we were the first movers in this space doing content every single day on DeFi and AI agents, guys. So I'm also going to be experimenting over the next couple of days, and I'll be sharing with you guys all the results. Okay, guys, we're going to start off the video today with some very, very sad and tragic news, okay? As you can see here, Mr. Yu, his full name, Jeffrey Yu, actually took his life at the age of 22. And Mr. Yu was actually the founder of ZeroBro, one of the most hyped AI projects just a few months ago. Now, ZeroBro did very, very well and then had a massive, massive sell-off. I remember it being like 90% plus down to the sell side. Nobody should have, that level of pressure, that level of, of abuse on crypto Twitter and on various other platforms that they'd want to take their own life. This young man here was an entrepreneur, as you can see, a visionary artist, technologist, and cultural force. At the age of 22, to be building a project like ZeroBro takes a lot of guts, it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of stress. And sometimes I think we forget that as a community, the people behind these projects. Sure, there are some scammers, some ruggers, and some bad actors, but there's also some people here that take their businesses and their jobs very, very seriously, as Mr. Yu clearly did here. And look, he committed suicide. There is apparently some videos circulating on X, but I highly recommend that you don't look for that. It's very disturbing. And this is a really, really sad and tragic day, not just for DeFi and AI agents, but for the whole of crypto and Web3. I've heard of some of these stories back in the past during the 2018 crash and the previous crashes as well. And this is the dark side that people don't actually like to talk about crypto. All of us that are grinding every single day, building our companies, building our projects, putting out content, the pressure that you put yourself under every single day to compete. Everyone's competing, I guess, for yapping, for mind share, for followers, for the number go up, for your token to go up. It's actually, and crypto is 24/7. There's all those images online of people that have been in crypto for 8 years and they say they look like this young man or girl before, and now they look like an old man. It's funny, but it's true, and it's an issue that people don't really talk about. That crypto is just a crazy, crazy industry. And if you've got thousands and thousands of token holders calling you a scammer, threatening you, because your token price has gone down, this is real people. That Mr. Yu here has a mum, has a dad, maybe he has some siblings as well. They're now without their son and brother for forever. For the sake of a crypto project. Very sad, guys. Very sad way to start the video, but I think it's very important that we recognize, all of us recognize the difficulties of working in such a space that's so high intense pressure and is so much related to financial wealth, financial freedom, financial competitiveness. It can provide amazing wealth and amazing success, but it can also provide, on the other side, complete disaster. So look, guys, think about that next time that you do, DM or tweet, a founder or project about their token or something you didn't like. Try to please have some respect and know that the majority of projects are actually trying their best. But when the markets are down, the markets are down. It's very difficult to swim against the tide. My heart goes out to Mr. Yu and his family here. It's a very, very sad day for all things DeFi, AI agents, and the whole industry, guys. So rest in peace to Mr. Yu, and we'll move on to the next story. Okay, guys, well, look, RWAI actually launched while I was recording the video, so I thought we'd dive in and see how it did.
You did great.
Now, it was over 1,000% oversubscribed, guys, and it was a lot of points. There was a lot of hype on this launch. Now, the FDV launch of projects is around about 190k to 200k. Let's just say 200k. And look at this, the market cap, it went to 8.28 million, guys. This is nothing short of the Launchpads of 2021. Let's just say it for what it is. The poker starters, the ape terminals, the DAO makers of 2021 bull market is back, and it is Virtuals. No one can deny that now. 200k. It's gone up to what? It went up to 8.2 million. So what is that? Quick maths, guys. Quick maths. 10, 20, 30, 40x. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. That went to a 40x, and then obviously it's come back down. Everyone's taking profits. But then even now it's sat at 2.3 million market cap. Even now, so even if you missed all of that, you were too busy in the toilet or whatever you were doing.
He caught us by surprise.
If you're 2.3 million, so that's even a clean 11x. So the mainstream is starting to catch on to Virtuals and to Genesis. So position yourself immediately now. If you're not already positioned to get a lot of good Virgin points, then you need to do it right now, or you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be fighting against the herd. Okay, guys? And just to kind of, even more clarify that point, like even CoinDesk today is talking about Virtuals. This is 6th of May. This is today. We have the mainstreamers like Bankless talking about Virgin points. This is on CoinDesk, guys. This is the Bloomberg of crypto. So don't think that we're in some secret den alpha anymore. We were a few weeks ago, a month ago. Now everyone is in the game, and 40x returns are being made here, and it's only a matter of time before the whole industry goes absolutely ape for this. Okay, start yapping more about virtuals, trade agents ASAP, and hold and stake the projects that you can see, such as Vader. Vader will be the best one to stake. If you don't have much time, staking is best, but it's not the best if you do have time to yap and you do have time to trade agents. That's going to get you the most points. All right, guys, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for joining me once again for your daily dose of DeFi and AI agents, guys. The space is hotting up for the Divergent points and for the Virtuals protocol or Launchpad, guys. But do not forget, of course, there's still Auto.Fun in the ELISA ecosystem that you should be keeping a close eye on, because I do believe with all the attention over at Virtuals, there will be some big hitters happening also on Auto.Fun. Now, look, guys, if you've been enjoying the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. Do not forget, we are bringing DeFiCon, the largest DeFi and AI agent event, guys, into Istanbul for Istanbul Blockchain Week, happening on June the 26th, 2025. We cannot wait to have all of the DeFi and AI agent community with us once again. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow.